Michael speaking from LIS Satellite Campus, my room. I hope everyone is safe, and we're going to go through some information today about our LIS 270 course, which is just an introduction to an environment at St. John's University to deliver our Masters of Science in Library and Information Science. So I'm going to wait just a few more minutes. It looks like more new students starting the summer are on the call. It is being recorded.
Oh, hi everyone. Just want to welcome you to the program, and it's going to be certainly an exciting time, an adventure, and I know it's going to be a little bit of a challenge now with everyone kind of shut in at wherever we are. But anyway, so going to be lightening up in the coming weeks, and I just basically just want to wish you the best in terms of getting oriented, and encourage you to finish the exercises at your earliest convenience. Pretty much as long as you can get the exercises in the LIS 270 website done by June 1st, when the summer term starts, then you're fine, you're all set, you're all ready to go. And with that, I'm going to turn it back over to Michael, who's running this orientation, and I'm just going to listen in.
Thanks, Dr. All right, so let's dive in with a brief description of what 270 is. It's a self-paced exercise. You'll be going through just a few orientation activities focusing on your university email, Blackboard, which is our learning management system, the university information system, and some of the other tools that we use in delivering content, including Microsoft Office 365 and the DLIS LibGuide and blog. First, let's start by logging to mysju.stjohns.edu. mysju.stjohns.edu is your portal, so you'll be logging into this every day. This is where you access Blackboard, you access your email, and you access a number of tools and other information that the university presents to you. The page you log into MySJU is the Spotlight page. This is going to change for the year with relevant information provided by the university. So this is a university-wide platform, and this page, the content changes depending on where you are in the university. And for instance, I'm an employee, so you see I have an employee tab on the screen, whereas you as a student would have a student tab, and that's where you would find your student-facing services. So we're just going to scroll all the way up to the top navigation bar and click on the Blackboard link. And this uses single sign-on, so once we're in MySJU, we link out. It'll warn you if you're leaving MySJU, but Blackboard is included within the MySJU environment. So this is your institutional page at Blackboard. This, again, information like within MySJU will be posted by the university. And for those of you who have never used Blackboard before, there is a helpful Blackboard online student orientation link all the way down at the bottom of the helpful information box at the bottom of this institutional page. That link takes you to a self-guided course that is an orientation to Blackboard itself. So that'll give you a lot of skills and a lot of tools. This will be available to you here in this space for as long as you're at St. John's. So if you encounter later on in your program a course in Blackboard that presents information that you're not familiar with, or a tool that you've never used before, you can pop into this self-guided course and familiarize yourself with the tech. All right, the left navigation menu has an item called Courses, and this is how we access the courses that we are registered for. So you'll see on this screen the courses are arranged by course term. So 2020-70, that's the fall. That's the courses that I'll be working on in the fall. But right now we're entering 2020-30, which is our code for the summer of 2020. And we're talking today about Colloquia. So click into Colloquia, you're taken to this homepage, and you can personalize this dashboard here. If you want to get rid of my announcements or what's new, the calendar, to-do section. Some of these you'll find will be helpful depending on the course and the content, but others you may not want to bother with. So you can just click on the gear, and that'll bring up the settings interface, and you can change what settings you can change the settings those widgets on the dashboard. The left-hand navigation menu, we're going to go to the Start Here page. This is some information relevant to today's event, as you've probably already seen, and then a brief overview of the course and what it covers. And then all of the course content is under this unit content heading on the left nav bar. So this is where you're going to find the activities related to the coursework here in LIS 270. As Dr. Vorbach said, this is self-paced. We just anticipate that you complete the assignments and activities in this course before the start of the summer semester, so that if you encounter any difficulties with any of the systems, we can address it in this course. Any questions that you send onto the discussion board will be answered publicly so that the information is given to all of your classmates. So somebody has already participated in the discussion board activity, describing using your St. John's email and how you plan to manage that. There are a number of strategies for that, and you're encouraged to just identify what strategy you think would work best for you. If you have any questions about your St. John's University email, this is also a space appropriate to ask that question. The second activity is an introduction. This is just a basic icebreaker. Consider where you are, if you're working full-time, what are your interests in terms of library and information science, what do you think your specialization might be. This is a general water cooler activity, just introductions. I will also post my intro here, so if you have any questions, and we can start a conversation about where we are in the world. This summer we have students spread out across the country. So we'll be managing time differences, and you'll encounter people that are local to you or maybe closer than you thought, and this is the space for that. I suggest that you draft your icebreaker in a word processing application like Microsoft Word, and copy it and paste it into the discussion. Because your intro courses in the fall will also all of your courses may ask for a brief icebreaker. And so to just have it in one place and then tweak it as you go through the program will help you save time and take pressure off of those initial assignments in the first weeks. The third item in the discussion board is just water cooler. If you have any questions about the program, about DLIS, or about the university here, generally, in DLIS, our policy is to be responsive. So I use the Blackboard Learn app on my mobile device. And so when you drop something, when you post a discussion thread, I am notified almost instantly, and then I can use the app to engage with you. Otherwise, I'll be checking this discussion board at least once a day. Again, there's no pressure. You'll see after today's event, once the week goes on, people will start contributing, and you'll also want to contribute. The rest of the left menu here has a Blackboard Help Center. This is proprietary to Blackboard, so it's specific vendor-generated content there, not university-generated. Then there's resources here. The resources are like what I just mentioned, the St. John's University mobile app, Blackboard Student app, and other apps that we'll be using over the course of your program of study. And then finally, it ends with just a brief information about DLIS advisement and registration. I don't want to overwhelm you with information. This is not relevant to you. I may actually hide this module because your registration is a conversation that we're going to have in the fall. Student technical support, this is particular to you MS-LIS students. You have this 24-hour help, and you can email this email address, stjohns@personalsupportcenter.com, to engage with anything related to technical issues on your end. So that's a good resource to have there. Here's some information about our office, also kind of irrelevant considering that we don't have access to campus right now, but the phone number is valid, 718-990-6200. If you leave a voicemail on that message, Dr. Vorbach and myself will get an email transcript of the voicemail, and we'll take it offline and engage with you via email. Then there's a link to the DLIS blog, which if you haven't taken a look at, I highly advise you to explore it. This is where we have listings, postings for internships, job opportunities, and calls for submissions. And then finally, the DLIS LibGuide, which is effectively your MS-LIS student manual. So this has a lot of the policy and procedures that we employ in DLIS and information, student-facing information about what to expect while you're in the program. Also, the steps for engaging with internships and memberships for professional associations, opportunities for research, and information about our scholarships. So there's a lot of content out here. We're a completely online program, and we design our content to make sure that you, as you go through the program, you will feel empowered to find the answers to your questions on your own. And anything that's addressed, any concerns that students have or any questions they have about the program, we communicate broadly. So like I said, if you ask a question in the discussion board, I'm going to answer it in that discussion board, and everyone in the course will have access and be able to see uh, what exactly the answer was, and get the information they need. So that's essentially it. That's really the core of the LIS 270 course. It's self-paced. It's only a handful of activities. And last semester, students spent about 6 hours total in the course. So that's something that you should expect. I will be checking course performance and interaction over the next couple of weeks. To give you a little nudge, if I see that you're registered for the course but you're not engaging in any of the content, I will email you. And if I see that you're registered for the course and you're spending more than 7 or 8 hours in the course, I will email you just to make sure that we're communicating. And if you have any questions, always feel free to email us. So if you have any questions now, you can drop them into the chat. When you're in uh, the WebEx room, if you scroll down to the middle of your screen, the chat function is the little speech bubble, the little cartoon speech bubble. So if you have a question at this moment, feel free to ask it via chat. I think I've spoken to most of you on the phone. There were only a handful that were registered the past few days that I haven't gotten a chance to, so expect a phone call from me if you haven't gotten one already. A lot of all of the faculty in the department are responsive. So we believe that if you email us, email will be the primary form of communication. It's essentially as if you were an in-person student and you raised your hand to ask a question. We can't leave you with your hand in the air for 2 or 3 days. So we will respond to an email within 24 hours as a department, as a whole. That's our philosophy and our practice. So any questions you have, feel free to email me at dlis@stjohns.edu. That's our main box. I just want to go over some housekeeping. This is not student orientation. This is just it's a walkthrough to the Colloquia. DLIS student orientation will take place May 27th at 5 p.m. You'll get more information about that and a reminder as we get closer to the day. Summer Session 1, as Dr. Vorbach said, begins June 1st, 2020. Summer Session 2 begins July 6th, 2020. So I know some of you are registered for both sessions. Just be mindful. You may see the classes for the summer available in your or visible in your Blackboard. They won't be open to you until the instructor actually makes that change. So bear that in mind. And I am your academic support assistant in DLIS. If you have any questions, you can email me directly at CruzM, or if it's a programmatic question, you can email it at DLIS, to DLIS. And as I said, the phone number for the office is working. If you leave a voicemail, I will get a transcript. If you leave a voicemail if you prefer to talk on the phone, leave a voicemail and include your phone number, and that'll be in the email transcript, and I will call you back. So as Dr. Vorbach said, welcome to DLIS. I look forward to working with you over the next few semesters, and good luck with your studies this summer, and let me know if I can be of any assistance. Oh, great, I have a question. I know you said that students only spend 6 hours in class. Did you mean it took them only 6 hours to complete the course? Correct. That was the average time for the students that completed all of the activities. We don't call them assignments because they're not graded. This is a zero-credit course. It's just a guided exploration of your online environment. And so it's really up to you to complete and to take your time. At any point, if you have any questions, you can ask the question in the chat and I'll get back to you, or you can email me directly. So this is really, I don't call it no stakes, I call it low stakes. It's self-paced. We have students that come in and they completed, they've done online learning before, they're familiar with this idea, and they just knock this out of the park. Where on the LibGuide will the recordings be posted? So this recording of this meeting will go into the class itself. It'll go into Blackboard LIS 270 in the next few hours. It just takes a little bit to process the video. Otherwise, our videos are posted to our YouTube page. And I can let you know what the YouTube page is, but you asked specifically about the LibGuide, and I'm glad you did, because the guide, we access it here. We're in Blackboard in LIS 270 on the left-hand menu, the LibGuide link, and we can scroll over here to the video archive page, and this opens up. You see the last LIS 270 walkthrough is posted here on the top from spring 2020. So today's event, summer 2020, will replace this link. But otherwise, you can just go click any of these links and it'll just take you to the LIS YouTube page, and you can start exploring our video archive that way. On this page, it's just organized by theme or topic. Do you know if we requested a school laptop, will they arrive before the starts? Not for the summer. We don't have a summertime laptop distribution. So you request it now and it'll be shipped when the university does its fall distribution. So the university only offers 2 laptop distributions, the spring and fall. So unfortunately, our summer students who are starting the program have to wait until closer to the fall semester. That'll be sometime in August that those laptops are shipped.
Actually, Michael, if I can jump in on that question.
Sure, Dr. Vorbach.
Yeah, I should have introduced myself because you don't know. Sorry about that. Yes, folks, this is Dr. Vorbach. I just became aware of this past week that the laptop program may be ending. So I'm trying to get clarification right now from information technology. Um, if you went to the website, I mean, this is news to me. Otherwise, I clearly wouldn't have put it in that email to you with the registration forms. Anyway, the dean's office told me that this may be happening, and I'm following up with IT. It's a little. I was a little puzzled that they were talking in terms of this fall. Usually, they do these things over a year in advance. And like I said, I'm going to get clarification. I already have emails out to get clarification, and we'll be sending an email out as soon as we get on the laptop program for the full. Okay. With regard.
All right, I take back what I said, and we'll wait to hear from you about the future of the laptop program. That information, once it's made available, will also be posted to LIS 270 just for the sake of efficiency and making sure that everything is in one place. I will let you know, though, a lot of our students have, over the past few years, we're seeing fewer and fewer students opt into the laptop program. And with the state of technology and the way that our systems are designed, I don't know if anyone's tried it, but you could definitely complete this simple as a tablet that has web access. And you would just have to worry about, using your Office 365 subscription, which the university is providing to you, so you can use that to compose documents in the cloud. And so all of technology is shifting away from kind of a mouse-based or even keyboard-based interface. And so, you may be the first people to graduate from this program having completed all of the assignments and all of the work using your smartphone. So, and that's something we have to adapt to as a department. And obviously, the university has probably made the decision based on the same decline in students opting into the laptop program. So, yes, we'll wait to hear from Dr. Vorbach about laptop distribution, and we will work with you. To find alternatives and to identify sources for material during this transitional period. Another question, we are required to respond to each other's discussion posts in this class, correct? It's optional. There are instructors, there will be assignments in the program that will say, pick and respond to it. This course doesn't do that because it's really, if you want to engage, this is not like I said, it's very low stakes. So by all means, if you want to engage with another student and start interacting, please do. I encourage it. I don't require it. For normal courses, will the video recordings be attached to the DLIS LibGuide to the course in Blackboard? I am the only instructor that is using the guide and the YouTube because this is as your academic support assistant, I have to address all of the program. Other instructors will post their videos within the course itself. Or if they're using an outside resource, they will provide a link to them somewhere else in the internet. So it goes course by course, but DLIS level, program level material is posted to the YouTube page and to the LibGuide. Course level material, it's up to the instructor. So yeah, that otherwise we would have our assignments, when we're talking about the program, we can have that public facing. But when we're doing coursework, we can have that public facing for your privacy and for the privacy of our instructors. Yeah, course related videos will be in the course only. Any other questions? As I said, and I say it over and over and over again, always email me if you have any questions about anything. And you'll hear from me again in a few weeks at orientation, which is on the 27th of May, 2020 at 5 p.m. In this same virtual space, in this same WebEx room, my personal room. So again, I want to thank you all for participating. Welcome to the LIS. We're going to have a lot of fun. Just think that right now, a lot of the world is in a work from home situation. And these technologies, what we're doing right now, web meeting, sites, interacting in a firewalled Blackboard environment, these are all skills that are going to be highly marketable 2 years from now, because the workplace shift. When we get back into our buildings, when we return to the institutions, these skills are going to be in high demand because we are going to have to redesign our workflows and come to a sustainable solution. So here in New York City, it's an exciting time for all of this, the horrors of this pandemic, but because a lot of professionals and a lot of information scientists are coming together to find solutions. And so when you get through this program, I believe that you are going to be positioned with a marketable set of skills that relate to the nature of the program. You're going to be engaging with technologies that major enterprises around the world are just meeting. They're just researching them, and you're going to be expert in a lot of these technologies. So that's something to look forward to. And hopefully, this year's commencement was canceled, but hopefully we'll be able to meet and together in a couple of years. So thanks again. I'm going to end this now at 24 minutes, and please let me know if I can be of any assistance. Welcome to DLIS. Stay home, stay safe, and God bless. Thank you.